Good afternoon, guys. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Dr. Wendy Dearborne here with day 104 of our rice and water experiment, or our water experiment into the power of our thoughts, how powerful they are, the power of our words, how powerful they are, the power of our intentions and our actions, and what they can do for us and what they can do for our lives. Well, today, guys, we're going to have a quick peek inside the jar. And what I want you to remember, or cast your mind back, and all of this, I'm going to put this all together in a little documentary. But that being said, I want you to cast your mind back to when I very first saw the crystals, or we very first saw the crystals forming on top of the mold. I mean, that for me was absolutely amazing when we very first saw the crystals forming on top of the mold. And I literally thought they were crystals. I had no idea that they were water until they started to pool together. And it's my belief, I don't know if this is true, I don't know if this is so, but it's my belief that the water that's forming on top is actually creating a vehicle to push the mold into this water here. So that's my theory at any rate. I don't know, that's my theory, and that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. But anyway, guys, let's take a little peek inside the jar. And before I take the lens out, there is absolutely no discernible odor, and this is what I find amazing, that there's no smell. This is what I find so bloody amazing. But anyway, guys, you can see that when I shake that, you see that? That's the water on top. It's formed a pool of water on top of the mold, and as I just said, I believe it's all about pushing the mold into the water below, so that it can actually be transformed into something pure. But anyway, guys, this is the area here where the pen is, that the water hasn't covered, hasn't formed yet. Over here, the water hasn't formed yet. In the corner there are certain spots where the water hasn't actually formed, and I feel that once it actually forms and enough water forms in here, it will push it down. It will start weighting it down. It will truly start weighting it down. Even here, which is what I call the umbilicus, where that cord is, which is about here, even that's covered, and that spot was the spot that hadn't been covered. So anyway, guys, that is what is happening inside the jar. That's what's happening inside the jar. And yeah, it is all to the highest. It is all to the highest. You know, I up till now, I'm not even sure why it went from condensation looking like that to condensation looking like this. Hopefully that's a really good, to condensation looking like this. Can you see these droplets? Big droplets of water, big. And it doesn't start out, might I add, like that. These big droplets just seem to be forming. And that's the power of me not knowing how this is going to actually unfold, and the power in knowing it will happen. I just don't know how it will happen. I don't have that bit of the puzzle, and truthfully, at this juncture, I don't need that. What I need to do is to stay focused on what I want. And my wanting is for the mold to clear, plain and simple. For the water to be clear and the rice to be clear. That is what I'm motivated to do. So with that being said, I'm going to send this jar nothing but pure, unadulterated, universal love, God's love. Knowing that which I ask, and that which I ask, believing, will come to pass, because I believe it. It has already come to pass. So guys, I'm Dr. Wendy Dearborne. Thank you for coming on this ride with me. And until tomorrow, which is day 5. Can you see that? 5. Which is day 105. Until tomorrow.